just the silence while we both watch you move a microphone. Just want to walk up to somebody in a restaurant and be like, "That is some calm spaghetti." There it is.
Welcome to the Choice by Choice podcast. It's another morning episode.
Good morning.
Choice by Choice in the morning. Brought to you by caffeinated drinks. None of this decaf bullshit this time. Unless you switched out my coffee bag.
I should, now that you say it out loud.
Why did I give you the idea?
Yeah. That's definitely on my to-do list today now.
Well, joke's on you. I'm going to switch out your...
Yeah, switch out my coffee because I haven't been drinking it for a while anyway.
Switch out your passport.
Boom.
You'll get to the airport and open it up. It's just like, oh shit. My name's not Peggy. I'm not 12 years old.
That would be a weird passport to try and get through with. I'll just try and go through with it.
Yeah, I had reconstructive surgery recently.
Yeah, I need a guardian. I am a minor. This is not going to work. So, anything specific you wanted to talk about today?
Let's talk about the plight of this Americas.
The what? The plight?
Yes.
Go on.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Talking out my ass, man. I can barely keep my eyes open. Give me another half an hour.
Give you another half hour.
We'll just vamp until then.
Oh my goodness. I love that there's a talk. There's a talk with Sadhguru, and he's talking about how there's a 65-year-old man who, in his 30s, wanted to go to India to see what all the hubbub was about with gurus. But he decided, he needed to stay at home and keep working at the church. And so he did. When he finally turned the age of 65 and retired, he goes to India, finds a guru, and then asks him what life's about. It's just like, yeah, if you're 65 and asking the question, what's life about? You waited a long time to find out the answer.
You fail at life.
No, he's like, what is life? And he's like, life is like, the guru describes life as the smell of jade on a gentle spring breeze. He's like, no, but I was always taught that life was just like thorns. They get stuck into you and they don't let go. It's like, it can be whatever you want.
Yeah, well, you've been living with the wrong mindset for too long now, buddy.
Just makes me laugh when I see, I don't even remember his name. The guy with the boulder.
Precisius? No.
This morning's not the morning to ask.
I just said the name 2 fucking minutes ago. Sisyphus.
I'm just seeing that and thinking, you can think whatever you want of life, and if this is the metaphor you choose, you do you.
Well, that's I like taking these kinds of ideals and learning not to live by them. I mean, you can see life as a constant, endless struggle. That's not the way to live. So the pictures are a reminder. If you visualize your ideals with your mom's spaghetti.
I like the idea of visualization. That's something else. That's one of the guided meditations is what he sells too. Some of them are pretty good.
No, well, let's talk about...
I can tell you about the Getting Things Done book.
Yeah, I was just thinking productivity. We kind of touched base on that in one of the last episodes. Produtive. That's good spelling.
Yeah, it's a book called Getting Things Done by Alan... I don't remember his last name. Fortunate. Consistent with my House of Cards experience, though.
Alan.
But it's basically this productivity system that allows you to collect information or ideas, something he calls open-ended loops. they're just thoughts or ideas that you need to come to a conclusion on or decide what you need to do, what's the next actionable step, and organize that around your daily life, and then engage that. Because what he's convinced is that it's either going to be excess information or open loops that are going to be distracting you all day if you don't write them down somewhere, if you don't come to a conclusion on them. So he thinks they're going to distract you. And the second point is that you need to have an actionable step next. You don't, for example, if I wanted to make contact with somebody, I wouldn't write contact Mike. My first actionable step would be getting their phone number, getting their information, finding the right time to do it, and then contact him. Because as soon as I say something where I can't take immediate action, I just stand there. Or if you don't understand what the next step of a project is, then you're just going to be like, I'm trying to get in shape, and then that means absolutely nothing to your brain.
Can be a stagnating thought, yeah. Yeah, so you get their phone number, and then you follow them home, then you surprise them by jumping out of their closet.
Surprise, I had a key.
You should really lock your windows.
They just nonchalantly greet you. Oh, hey, man. Thought you just needed a place to stay. I didn't think you'd want to talk about it. But that pretty much sums it up. Highly recommend you read it, Jay.
Getting things done.
The book is downstairs. Never mind, it's in my room.
It's in your room.
Yeah, read it, man. It is well worth the read. 3 chapters. That's all you need to read. The rest of it is good portion of fluff and like research. Notes on research, and that's it. But I'm definitely I'm going to try and apply it today so I can see where I am and figure out what my next actionable steps are. It's really exhausting reading emails over and over again, thinking, did I do this? Am I waiting for somebody else on this, or am I supposed to be doing something right now?
Yeah, I always like to make lists when I got to get shit done. It's one thing I do when I'm working. You just map it all out, 1 through whatever, and then just cross it off.
Yeah.
And that's a productivity thing, too. That always gives you a sense of satisfaction when you have something to visualize. We were talking a little bit about visualization yesterday because of the new set pieces. But, yeah, just being able to be like, okay, yeah, no, this is good. Like, look at all the shit I got done today. A nice productive feeling, as well as, that you're actually, things are getting done that need to get done.
Yeah.
Works on 2 levels.
Two.
Dos.
What else is there to say about this? Nothing too crazy, I guess. Yeah, you've got the first step down, just writing stuff down, having somewhere to put it. And once you're able to collect all the information, then you have review sessions once or twice a day.
Yeah.
Where you just decide, is this something, like, what does it mean for me to finish this? What's the next actionable step? Can I do anything? Yes, no. If you can't, just set it aside and save it for later. If you can, then you see if you can do it in the first 2 minutes. If you can do it 2 minutes, just get up and go do it right now.
Yeah, don't procrastinate.
Yeah, if it's going to take more than 2 minutes, then you assign a certain time to it, or if it requires a certain context, like the next time I go grocery shopping, I can't remember the third one. There's time, context, and there's another section.
A third thing.
A third thing, and another one.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So what's your next actionable step there, sir? You said you had to wait until Monday to get your authorization or registration letter from the peeps.
Yeah. I think I'm going to call them today and see if I can submit all the other paperwork, because I have everything else, or I will have everything else ready. I've just got to print my online form, photocopy some documents, and then this time, instead of coming into the office and being like, hey, what do I do? I'm going to be like, hey, here's all your paperwork. Here, I looked at the checklist. I saw your website. Thanks.
Here is all the things.
Yeah. It's just like walking with a smile on your face. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, did you bring your paperwork? What?
What paperwork?
Yeah, we have a website. I just immediately wanted to leave as soon as as soon as he started talking to me. I was like, I am super unprepared.
Oh yes, the on the computers thing the new generation's doing.
Yeah, I never know. I do not. I definitely don't interact with Canadian Indian websites, businesses, services on a regular basis. So
Well, that's all about to change.
I gotta go outside more often. Apparently, to understand. But you do it once. Hopefully, it's ingrained in my brain. My brain's organized like some sort of library, so I can just extract the information whenever.
Nice.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I saw in your note page you were trying to do the mind palace thing.
Hey, I love that. Love might be a strong word, but memory palace and memory athletics, memory sports are pretty interesting. Really cool ideas.
Yeah, I spent some time the other day. I think it was before bed. Oh, you know what it was? It was not last night. The night before when I couldn't fucking sleep. I was like, all right, well, I might as well do something productive with my brain, try and tire it out. So what I did was I went back and I tried to remember every detail of every house that I've ever lived in.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of houses, Daniel.
Yeah, I've been told.
We moved around Lloyd a lot. And so yeah, it was just interesting. I went back and started with like the first house that I remember in Kerrobert. I mean, I kind of vaguely remember our houses in Sylvan Lake and Cochrane, but I mean, I was so young that there's no way I'd remember like the details of them.
Yeah.
So I remember Kerrobert, and then like the first house in Lloyd, I moved on to that one. And then the first house in Lloyd had a very similar design to like the fifth house in Lloyd, so I was just like immediately like, oh no, this isn't right. I'm getting like two of these things mashed up in my brain. So I just like was sitting there focusing on like detaching those two memories
Yeah.
and then segmenting them into their proper place in my brain. I was just like, this is kind of neat. And then as I got more and more tired, I was just like, what was I thinking about?
Yeah, memory athletics are super interesting. Visit our ability to remember spaces is something that I would highly recommend incorporating if you need to remember information
Yeah.
or if you have large quantities of information that you need to store and almost a ridiculous ability to retrieve that information.
Yeah, I was always really good at remembering stuff. Probably until my later years when, you know, pot. But I used to do like music festival and I don't remember if it was just called arts festival or whatever, but used to recite poems.
Yeah.
Like when I was in my later years of doing that, when I was like, I think 13 or 14 was as old as I went. But like I was memorizing like full stories, like pages and pages of dialogue to recite back for adjudication.
Is that what they called it?
I think so.
The poetry competitions?
Adjudication? I think that was just the judges.
Okay, got you.
They adjudicate.
They adjudicate. That's a big word.
Right?
Seems a little excessive.
You know what I love is words that sound super long but aren't. Like academia. It sounds like it's academia. It's a 5-syllable word, and it is not a lot of letters long.
It's like 7 letters. No,
There was another one that I was thinking about the other day. Back to the whole memory not being as good as it used to be. I was driving in my car, and somebody on the radio said this word, and I was like, ooh, yeah, it's like a 7-letter word. It's like 4 syllables, and it was just like it sounds so fucking long, but it's not.
you're just shivering. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that hit the spot. Like Carol from Archer. Got another one in you?
Oh, God. That is one character that is funny and odd.
She's my favorite. I haven't seen any of the new stuff. The Archer Dreamland, Dreamworld.
Season 8?
Yeah,
7?
where they're all back in time for some reason and don't know each other.
Maybe it's because Archer's in a coma or dead. I don't really know.
See, that's what I was thinking was the coma thing, and it's all taking place in his brain. I think we talked about that at one point, but Yeah, they definitely ended season 7 quite bizarrely.
Mm-hmm.
With robots and dead Archer.
Being incapable of love.
Dead robot Archer.
I
Dead Krieger.
love, and then they just
Robot.
explode. Oh my god, that was awesome.
You madman. You killed him.
Oh man, yeah, when they realize it's actually Archer in the pool.
I just love how, like, the 2 episodes leading up to that finale, you just keep seeing Krieger walking by, and he just, like, shows up and he's dressed like Krieger. Then as soon as he wanders off scene, he just, like, in the background walks through in the police officer outfit, and then just, like, pokes in the milkman outfit. And you're just like, man, what the fuck is Krieger doing? And oh, no, there's just 3 of them right now.
Just that many Kriegers running around.
Yeah. They could totally pass the Turing tests. Ask them anything. It's like, okay, what is love? His first fucking question.
Turing test. Anything else come to mind now that you got a little more caffeine in you?
I got the burps.
You got the beer.
Coffee burps. Empty stomach coffee burps. Today's podcast brought to you by Burpin' Eggs.
Sounds kind of gross.
No, they're eggs that burp.
Oh. Still odd? A phenomenon till this day. Science cannot explain these burping eggs.
They're an evolutionary miracle.
Are they?
Super nutritious.
Nutrition-wise, there'd be no difference.
They also
gassy.
They also scream. Why are you doing this to me? Colorful scissors with butterflies on them.
Yes.
Butterfly spaghetti.
I feel like that'd be very good. Actually, it would probably be fine, honestly. Just have to make them into flour first and then hand make your own spaghetti. I wouldn't complain. I'm sure one day I'm going to be eating grasshoppers. Somebody's going to tell me it's good for my brain.
Grasshoppers aren't bad.
Sure. Lots of protein.
Yep.
Easy to raise. And then will it come out and they're like, no, but these are high quality grasshoppers. Free range, we let them jump around a bit.
Jump around. Jump around.
Yeah, we play music.
Jump up and get down.
I don't know why, but they just love this song.
All right, put that bottom left, or left, and yeah, stick her there somewhere. A little, maybe just a smidge higher and a little further your way. A little further, a little further, a little further, a little higher, right there. A little straighter.
Perfect. Just try not to knock everything around. You do it. There we go. Good enough.
Yeah, it looks fine.
So these are things that I'm trying to work on. That's why it's on my side. I'm just done with living in the past, Jay. My ghosts just haunt me. Just won't leave me alone. Keep asking. They don't even respond. I can't even see them anymore. I miss them.
Oh, I could be a writer for them. I mean, I am a...
You could be a writer. Yeah. You're pretty far off right now, but...
Cock. Oh, that's what I did last night. I did some writing. I don't think I watched another episode of House of Cards.
That's good.
Last 2 nights I did some writing.
You gotta get ahead of me. Let's finish this series, God.
You just want me to just binge watch so that I can fill you in?
I could just read a synopsis.
I know you could. I actually did that the other day with a movie, and I was like, Daniel would be so proud.
Daniel would be indifferent.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have no emotions.
I'm not sure why I'd feel too proud. You seem to enjoy the process of watching a movie.
I just
getting
like,
into the details.
I like the stories, man. I like the plots, the details, like you said.
I just disconnect.
That's one thing that I love about constructing stories of my own. It's just like all the subtle little, it's just like, haha, this connects to this, but they won't know until 4 books from now.
But this will be just for me.
Back to the Bob Ross Family Guy. We're just going to paint this bush right here, and that'll be our little secret. And if you tell anybody about that bush, I will murder you.
Man, that's an old episode.
That's first couple of seasons, yeah.
Yeah. Remember that one a long, long time ago.
So vamp for 10 minutes and then call her a day.
Van for 10, fucking, I don't care. We can talk about what we'll talk about tomorrow.
What do you want to talk about tomorrow, Daniel?
I've already got that. Just talk about updates, where we're at with our current goals. Mostly because now I have something to talk about since I have my passport finally.
Yeah, it'll be good for you to,
Final steps.
yeah.
There's 2 books that I really want to read before I go. There's one about basically planning and prioritizing your day. It's just the explanation of a system that involves... It's basically a system that takes you from intake, which is whatever you need to get done, and then organizing it in a way that shows you which is highest priority, which ones need to go to someone else before they come back to you. So it's just making sure that when you get stuff in, you can funnel it through, make sure you're getting rid of all the BS, and then either completing the things that you can get done right now, or making sure that you get things done that need to go to someone else first, just so that there's tons of time left over. It's a pretty solid book. I used it for like a month, but that's it. It's called Getting Things Done. I'm pretty sure I have a physical copy downstairs. It's not a bad one. And then the other one was Cal Newport, and he has a bunch of study techniques. So I was trying to think of how to break down the material that I'm going to be looking at in India, so that it's the most sensible, the most reasonable.
Nice.
Outside from physical practice, I was going to look at all the poses like formulas. And the way he approaches formulas is you just write down as many examples of the formula as possible. And then the formula would basically be constructed of the initial pose and any strong notes, I guess. Any really poignant notes. So like buckling your knees or something like that, or the way that you're holding yourself in certain areas. And I was hoping that would be the best way.
Cool. I'm going to talk about house goals. Since you and Evan are both fucking off at the end of this month, I got to find 2 new renters.
They'll be the best.
Which I'm going to finally get bad renters. I'll get 2 bad renters at once to balance out all the decent-ish renters I've had.
Just to add to the stress.
One will be a crackhead and the other will be a fucking serial rapist or something. Who knows?
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to name something that like didn't seem bad at all. One's going to be an amateur golfer. Fuck that one.
One of them's going to be a freaking Bible thumper.
That wouldn't be bad. They'll have good stories to tell at least. Never found it absolutely terrible to have somebody who's super religious around?
Just every day, just like, so have you converted to Christianity yet?
Oh,
have you found
dumb.
Have you found Jesus, your Lord and Savior yet? Yeah, I saw him up behind a bus stop the other day.
It's why you just like just be as it's not sarcastic, disingenuous. Like if you ever came down to you and you were in your spinning chair, you just like spin over, one leg over the other, and just like head on your hand, just like the crack smile. I would love to hear more about Jesus. You have some books I can read? Like, does he have a website?
Okay.
Can I go to it? Definitely not against laughing every day. Admittedly, more people could probably use it.
I have to laugh, Daniel. If I don't laugh, then I'll cry to relieve my stress, and we all know what happens when I cry.
No, I haven't seen you cry.
Good man.
Ever. I hear it at night, but that's probably why you can't sleep. Too dehydrated.
Yeah, well, I sweat all the time. I cry all the time. You know, it's
just an emotional,
bad combination.
Just an emotional, warm person.
Just anything I can do to expel fluids from my body.
It's a hot mess.
That is a perfect and accurate description. Now, speaking of table talk, I wanted to do a couple of episodes of just like speed round questions. People get to know you. I was gonna be like, yeah, what favorite color? Favorite number? Favorite
Super ultras. Oh, it's
something.
purple. Favorite number? 9. 9 or 7. 9 or 7 or 13. 9, 7, 13 or 10.
9 or Tango, 13 Whiskey Foxtrot.
Yeah. Anything that represents something significant to me. 69. Whoa. Hilarious.
It's like favorite number, 69, zing.
Got him. It was kind of funny that you bring that up because the last interview that Sadhguru did, they did that too.
Oh, yeah?
He was asking him questions like describe relationships, marriage, religion with one word.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It'd definitely be entertaining and a little funny.
Yeah, I just wanted to like script like 10 or 15 questions each.
Do it up.
And then film it and then edit it together, especially with one camera, because you would essentially have to actually filming something like that would suck without more than one camera.
Yes.
So we might use your phone and my phone.
All right.
Because
I don't know how much.
otherwise we just have to film you saying your questions fast and then saying your answers fast.
Yeah.
And then film me doing the same thing.
Entirely scripted.
And then just edit it all together.
I just ask you a question. Okay, next cut.
Yeah.
Ha!
Yeah, that'd be a nightmare.
That's all I can give. I'm not an actor, Shay. Cry for me, Daniel. Cry. I'm trying.
Blood. Focusing too hard.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is some Naruto shit. Crying blood must hurt.
My
Oh,
brain.
why is this happening to
My
me?
brain is imploding.
Yeah, I'd be up for that for sure. Some shotgun questions or even the question game.
The question game.
Those boxes that I brought camping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have been a good idea for the podcast. Like when we
Like,
hit
in the morning
when
when we're super tired, can't think of anything.
when you're when we hit moments of stagnation, just be like, all right, my thought process ran dry, and time for a card.
That wouldn't be a terrible idea. Sometimes
We need
though,
to
you
think
can
of these
get,
things sooner.
Yeah. Sometimes though it seems like you can get super stuck on a card. There's a single
yeah.
card and it's just like, I have a discourse I would like to present to the audience today.
Well, that's like the camping trip, though. We only got through what, like 3 questions.
3 or 4.
Yeah, and that
There
took
were
us
a couple of us.
took us a few hours.
It's good.
Plus, there was a lot of booze involved.
That helps.
Yeah, loosens the tongue,
lips. Yep. Tongue and the lips.
I guess. You're more of a lip,
Double entendre.
more of a lip guy, hey?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to talk about today. Productivity. I've been focusing on writing more.
Read that book,
Job
man.
search.
It's super good.
Yeah,
Frees up your mind. You're not like running in circles all the time. As long as you have a clear idea of what the next step is, it's literally you just go take the next step.
I just have to finish constructing my novel. That is the next step.
Yeah, it's very vague, but
It's not
you have
really.
you have a systematic approach to it, though. You seem like you have a
just-
set way you like to approach it, or you get ideas about certain chapters, and you just start writing there.
I just have to sit down with it for like, pardon me, for like a month.
I'll go to work for you for a month.
Perfect.
Nothing will get done. Everything will go backwards. It's like, Shay, did you shave? And I'd be like, yes. it's the difference of being ignorant and not so ignorant, I guess. That's a terrible way to phrase it, but I mean,
I
you
just think-
see it, you learn, you're like, sweet, I can now apply this new strategy if I actually cared about playing this game more than once.
I tried applying some of those strategies. I'm just not a very good gamer.
Just need practice.
What time is it there, Honky? Cracker?
7:50. We're like an hour late. I mean, we're super on time. We planned to start at 8.
If I'd had fewer fucking issues this morning. Why are you crooked now? Are you kidding me?
Shay, stop living in the past.
This thing fucking broke.
What did?
Why can't I have nice things, Daniel?
I don't know. I know very little about German culture. Even less so about French and English. I feel like I was raised in an English culture. Just hide those feelings. Every day is cloudy.
I think that's a different kind of culture.
No? Dry humor? I love dry humor. It's so bad because it's so good. The other way around, even.
Yeah, I think you're. Yeah, I don't know. But
No conclusions.
No conclusions at all.
It'll change. I'll come back slightly more uplifted from India, hopefully.
So you better
Be more open.
you better be at least slightly different. You come back
Oh my God.
exactly the same. Just like, oh yeah, it was a great experience and nothing changed me.
Even the experience going to Germany was like the shit. Just because the family was super open. They were always like doing stuff together. There were always events and activities. Everyone was super friendly. Like the culture is totally different. If I go to a baker, I think actually bakers are usually pretty happy about their jobs. They're doing what they like to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, even fast food places. It wasn't a place where you just go to McDonald's and you're like looking down on people. Huh, look at you, entry level jobs. Like, no, you can make a living. It's respectable. They're serving a need that you have. So
Yeah. How long were you in Germany for? 4, 5 months? 6 months?
5 or 6 months.
Yeah, it was a while.
6.
Because it was half of a school year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's awesome. Soccer was a class there.
They probably called it football over there.
Yeah, it was everything I
Good.
needed. It was called Fußball.
Football.
Everything I needed and more.
Yeah,
Just like that random Canadian exchange student that's just like so happy when it's soccer class. Yes!
yes, this is the life I want to live.
Thank you, God! This is all I want to do.
Yeah, I just call football football. I call American football American football or North American football.
You do you, man.
Ooh, notifications.
Yeah,
The
it's
skull lit up.
group chat from work.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
And there's so many wieners, man. There's so much sausage to eat, questionable meats, and beer.
I thought you were still talking about your group chat.
Well, there are a lot of
there's so
wieners.
many
It is-
errant wieners.
It's Best Buy. There's a lot of wieners.
That's the first time you've ever said where you worked on the podcast. Want me to bleep that
Future
out?
shop. I mean, the source?
Okay.
Lowe's?
I think you're you're being pretty transparent.
It's just gonna be like beep 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 every second word.
Did you want me to bleep that out?
It just cut me out of it. Cut me out of the whole talk. Just
Every time you open your mouth, it's just white noise.
let me give you some sound bites. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. No way.
I'll bleep out edit thingamajig.
Edit that company name.
I just do the big arm movement so that way when I'm skimming through the footage, I'm just like,
It's like,
there
what-
it is.
What is he doing?
It worked out well for the last one because I was like, edit, point. And the second my hand hit the table, it just jumped to the next shot. I was just like, yes, perfect.
I feel like I could talk about cultural differences for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get the chance to stay anywhere else for a long period of time,
Mm-hmm.
go away from Canada, get away from North America, and just do it.
Good, yeah. Just engross yourself in another culture. Yeah.
Where they're
100%.
I don't know what second world is technically, but if I can go somewhere, they don't care about the newest technology. They just like super don't give a crap. It might have been small town. That might have been the reason.
Yeah.
But like they had like a PS2 when the Xbox 360 was still out. The newest consoles were out, and it's just like, this console's still the shit. We can still go outside. There are so many festivities going on. Cross-dressing men and women. It's hilarious. Everyone's drinking publicly. Just a damn hoot.
Everybody's just got steins.
Oh yeah. No, they got like those little bottles and they're just like going crazy, going nuts.
Love it.
Oh yeah. The culture is dynamite. There's so many porn ads in the big cities.
Yes, there are.
There's tons of porn.
I remember
It's so
Germany.
funny.
I remember Germany fondly.
Oh, it's the best. It's I feel like since the kids can actually drink lighter alcohols at the younger ages, it allows them to kind of like rub shoulders with the older people. It's
Yeah.
just like, hey, we're drinking the hard stuff, you're drinking the lighter stuff. Let's all go to the disco. Let's all just hang out. Kids just want to have fun.
I thought it was girls just want to have fun.
Teenagers just want to have fun.
I thought it was teenagers scare the shit out of me.
It's true. All together now.
Songs, jokes.
Both I know, thankfully.
Yeah, surprising.
Especially MCR.
MCR is good shit.
I have a CD in my car, that's why.
First CD I ever bought was MCR.
They're, I can't remember the actual name. The album cover was The Couple in black.
3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge.
Gotcha.
That was the one.
Nice. That is a solid album.
Super good, yeah.
That one in Black Parade's not bad either.
I liked Black Parade. They played Black Parade on the radio the other day. I was just like, fuck yes! Got right into it. When I was a young boy. Just, yeah, sitting in my car, waiting for a train.
Cater to me.
Guy in front of me is looking at his review like, dude, this guy behind me is fucking nuts. I'm just head banging. Yeah. MCR. Woo!
That song's like a bit of a journey too. It definitely has totally different beats.
Well, it's a concept album, right? So the entire album is just like a great big story, which I liked because there's some songs that are way more theatrical. And then some that are just like straight MCR style, just with like the continued message of what the artistic flair is going for. It's good stuff. I like concept albums.
Trying to think of their last one. No, I guess the last one was a collection. The second last one's Danger Days.
I didn't listen to that one.
That one's okay. They get a little bit more.
They got poppier and poppier as they moved on.
Yeah.
Since
There's still some real solid songs on there.
Yeah, they released 2 or 3 songs between the Black Parade album and their next one that I never got. And those, like, singles were some of my favorite songs of theirs. There's one song that they do called Kill All Your Friends. Have you heard that one?
I probably will want to listen to it now. The title is intriguing.
It was a good tune. I should download it again. It's on my laptop and my old iPad.
No.
But super good song.
It's real sweet when the song just kind of hits a special, for some reason. Sometimes it's just like, this song gets me, or for some reason I really just like this song, or it's over the top.
As a musician, there's been a lot of those songs for me over the years where it's just like, yes, this, right now, this experience, this message. Woo!
I've found a couple and just cling to them over the years.
Yeah, I definitely have some songs that have stuck with me for ages. There's a couple of Queens of the Stone Age songs that I like. I could listen to every day, and oh man, I'm losing my voice here now.
I don't think you're losing
That
it.
I could listen to every day.
I think you're just reversing your age and perhaps pursuing a prepubescent career.
I'm half Benjamin Button. I get to 25 and then go back to square one, and then go back to 25, and then go back to square one.
Good old Benji.
I've never seen that movie. That movie terrified me. Like the
Yeah.
process of it. I was just like, I got such a messed up brain. Like some of the crap that goes on up in my old skull. Benjamin Button, man, watching the preview for it, like when it first came out, the Brad Pitt one. I was just like, oh god, this is frightening. This is like worse than Aliens for me. Mm-hmm. Fuck this noise.
I haven't thought about it too hard.
No.
On the note of reversing your age, apparently bumblebees can change their age.
Oh.
Which is pretty crazy.
Let's
Once you get older, usually the younger ones start out as worker bees, and then you go out to a harvester. Mm-hmm. And if the worker bee count is actually low, then I would imagine, since they communicate through chemicals, pheromones.
Bees?
Yeah.
Movement, yeah, they have different like dancing, walking patterns.
So they would just communicate, or somehow the information would get out, and they would actually be able to chemically reverse their age.
We need to start splicing our DNA with bees.
No. I'm sure this has happened in like teleportation movies where the fly gets into the other chamber or some BS. Too many times. We'll not make that mistake.
The Fly.
Yeah. Just a giant head for some reason.
That's a Jeff Goldblum movie, isn't it?
I have no idea.
I've never seen it. I was really into this girl who it was her favorite movie, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, totes malotes."
Couldn't stop laughing as soon as you see the giant fly head.
No, I'd like heard of it before. It's been referenced a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've never actually seen it. I should sit down and watch it for a movie as referenced as it is. Si, senor.
Pop, pop, drop. Mother lover.
Give in to hate. That leads to the dark side.
Doesn't seem all that bad. Lightning powers.
Yeah.
Extreme aging. Who doesn't want that?
Jedi, specific Jedi can use lightning hands. They just can't kill people with it.
Oh.
It's more of a stunning ability.
It's just a tape. Stop. Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker in the now non-canon extended universe could use Force lightning.
Who?
Well, yeah, it would just like immobilize his foes. Cha.
As soon as you say cha, I know.
Well, I could talk about Star Wars for way too fucking long. I'm a big nerd.
Not as nerdy as the guy sitting behind us with Logan. That'll never stop coming out.
Those guys were fake nerds.
For nerds.
Ferds.
Snakes.
Nerf herders.
Nerf herders. Sure. It resolves.
Speaking of renters, I'm gonna fucking, when you guys move out, I'm gonna go hard and kind of reno and spice up, spruce up those rooms.
You do you, man.
And
Yeah, add some color to the other rooms. I'm sure it'll be slightly more enticing.
charge more money.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Do you have a list of stuff that you've planned on doing?
Not as of yet. I've got time. I got to put ads up first.
Mm-hmm. Well, for renovations.
Nothing as of yet. No.
Did you ever want to like get rid of this rug at all?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Since it's not very common, like I don't know, it looks like it could use a deep clean.
Yeah, it has been deep cleaned. we fucking steam cleaned everything up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shitty fucking carpet.
I enjoy carpets.
Oh, I do too. But yeah, it's like faded pink and just blotchy and stained and frayed to hell.
Not terrible. It's comfortable to walk on.
Yeah, I guess your feet don't notice the difference.
They don't give a shit.
But yeah, no, the plan was, and probably if we do end up going, was like planning on selling this place, then we would finish renovating the upstairs, because we only had enough money when we bought the place to do the downstairs.
Yeah. Nice, dude. That would be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Do some renovating, touch up on the paint.
Right.
I don't know if you go with I'm not sure what else you would really want to do.
What color
is that a support wall between your desk and the kitchen? Wait, there's tons of shit on that wall. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
knock it out.
Open space or open floor plan or whatever the fuck it's called.
That's where the fridge and the microwave and all the cupboards are.
Yeah. Looks like we're getting an island. I don't think it'd be a terrible idea.
No.
It's just, yeah, that'd be a lot of stuff to move.
Mm-hmm.
Open concept's a pretty big deal nowadays. If all the realty shows I've been watching or renovation shows I've been watching mean anything.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, but it'd be nice to get some people in at a little more rent. Make a little more moolahs.
Yeah. So, what you got planned for the rest of today?
Work.
Even the week, maybe.
Work.
Hey, me too. I work 3 times next week.
Next week.
That's a big up.
It is only Friday, Daniel.
That's an extra 50% more work.
Fuck work.
Yikes. Understandable, though. Understandable.
Applying for new jobs. I sent out some resumes yesterday.
Nice. Any specific places? You don't have to name names. You could just name
Well, I
the
applied
line
to
of work.
I applied to boop, and then I applied to boop, and then
Well, if you're just going to bleep it out, then just tell me the names.
and then to boop. No, I applied for a
Just a couple like management jobs, or
yeah, well, a driving job, a dispatcher job, a transportation job. Anything that's paying well. Doesn't have to be management.
yeah.
As long as I'm making more money, working fewer hours. I just need more time for me. None of this 6 days a week BS all the bloody time.
That is a little rough, considering you're
Yeah.
never home on time.
No, well, exactly. Like this last week, there was like 2 or 3 days. Well, I guess this week, not so much, but within the last like week and a half, there's been like at least 3 days where it's been like over a 10-hour day. It's just like, man, when I worked 2 jobs, like that was one thing. 15, 16-hour days, because that's what I got myself into.
Yeah.
It's like that was what needed to be done. But now, I mean, it's just like, okay, it's one job. I should not be at work for 10 hours a day.
Yeah. I
When
don't
they're-
feel like anybody should. But I mean, don't let me stop you.
Stop me, Daniel.
Stop you? I slash your tires.
Come to work and hit me in the leg with a lead pipe so that I can say, oh, I hurt myself at work and get work.
I was assaulted at work, and it's like, well, let's check the footage. And it's like, the cameras, they can't really tell anything because they're so low quality.
Oh, he's wearing a Daniel face. We'll never solve this crime.
Yeah. Oh, he's wearing shorts and flip-flops and a t-shirt. What the hell's up with this guy?
And a toque. Don't forget the toque.
Yeah, no, the toque would give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Angie was laughing at all the bachelor party photos. Oh, we should talk about the bachelor party briefly.
Oh, snap. Denny's was a bad idea.
Denny's was a bad choice, but we were supportive. No, Angie, like the first couple of photos that you were in, were at the restaurant where you had your toque off. She's like, "Oh, Daniel finally left his toque at home." And then like 3 photos later, it just got one of you like just snugging it back on your head, and she's just like, "Really, really, Daniel?"
I like my toque. My hair doesn't communicate. It doesn't communicate. It doesn't do what I want it. I don't have anything I want it to do. I just brush it.
Now your hair's sentient.
It just doesn't matter to me. I like my toque.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff you could do with your hair.
Could, I just don't want to.
It's
'Cause then
okay.
I just don't care about it.
Just shave it all off then. Why do
want to.
why do you even have hair?
'Cause it covers my head.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It degreases your scalp.
Does it?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm asking you,
You're the one with the phone.
the specialist over there.
What does hair-
Yeah, the guy. I was gonna say the guy who never brings his phone.
I bring it. It just has its own thing going on.
Just doing other things right now.
So,
It said it would call.
I don't know. I don't know how that would work. Yeah, call me, but you're my phone, so can't answer. It's like when I tried to play telephone with John's daughter. She just didn't get she didn't quite get the concept of the fact that
Hello?
well, she had a fake phone, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to call you. And so I'm like, okay. So she'd go around the corner and she'd be like, hi, Uncle. And I'd be like, hi, Violet. And she'd come back and she's like, no, you have to say it on the phone. I was like, that's not a real phone, sweetie. Like, I can't. It's like, oh, what about if I do this? I'll mime it. She's like, okay. So then she goes back in her room. Hi, Uncle. And I'm just like, hi, Violet. She comes back out. She looks at me. She's like, I can't hear you on the phone.
I'm not
Just
sure
like-
you understand how this works.
And Nicole, she's just like, yeah, you got to use your imagination, Uncle. I was like, no, I know what I have to do. She's the one that's unclear on this situation. So for like an hour, she kept going back and forth. She was getting really frustrated with me because she's got this fake pink plastic phone, and she's like, I can't hear you in the phone, Uncle.
Yeah. Like, sweetie, it's just a piece of plastic.
You can hear me through the wall. It's just we're blah, 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 blah. We're pretending.
We should...
Yeah, my tongue tongue definitely faltered there. Yeah, it was so funny because John's just laughing his ass off. He's setting something up on the computer. Every time she comes back around the corner, hand on her hip, right? Just, I can't hear you, Uncle.
Just upset.
John's just laughing his ass off.
What the hell? Why doesn't this work?
So, bachelor party.
I was going to say, we made it a whole 2 seconds into that conversation and then just immediately started talking about John.
This is what Taylor talked about when he's just like, yeah, you guys get on a good thought process. And then, oh, there it goes.
Which part though? Which part's the bad part? The part where we say, okay, we should go back to the bachelor party, or the part where we totally go off tangent?
I think it's off tangent.
All right.
Maybe. Nobody's giving us any notes except to say that we're disorganized or that we go off tangent.
Constantly.
This isn't a scripted podcast. This week's podcast brought to you by...
We should call it Spontaneous Choice by Spontaneous Choice.
Oh my god, the email address is going to be so long.
Nah. scbsc@gmail.com.
P.
P. There. It's even less likely that somebody else has this.
So that's just too much.
All right, bachelor party, please.
Okay, see, again with this. This was your fault.
Yeah, that time.
So bachelor party, Buddy Lee is getting married to his high school sweetheart.
Yes.
Maria.
Marv.
Marv.
Get jazzed, man. Get excited.
Yeah, I'm excited because I get to travel there by myself now, Dick.
Hey, you never know. My visa could fall through.
Yes, it
yes,
it could.
Hello, Indian Embassy. I would like to report an international terrorist.
He's a terrorist. That's exactly what I was going to say. Don't trust him.
Well, do you have any proof? He reads a lot of books about Indian infrastructure.
He's trying to integrate himself into your culture. He's luring you all into a false state of security.
He's whatever the Indian equivalent of a weeb is. He's abandoning his culture for yours.
He's denounced the white ways.
It's not the greatest. Also, what do you want to say about the bachelor party? Stop.
You stop. You're ridiculous. It was a good old grand time.
It was a hoot.
It was good to see the boys.
I wish I'd listened to the band. I wish I'd just gotten a CD and just sat in my car and just listened to it for hours on end. Then be like, yeah, I know this song. Most of the songs is just unless it was the chorus, I did not know the song.
You knew a couple. I was impressed.
Literally 2 out of the entire concert. It's I know these.
I've been to concerts where it was worse. You go to concerts where you don't even know the bands that are playing, and then you're just like, yeah.
That would have been Tesla for me for sure. Poison played one song that I knew, and it wasn't even theirs.
Yeah. And then, I'd never heard of Tesla before. But Def Leppard. Super sweet.
They know how to work the stage for sure.
One of my favorite drummers ever. Old One-Arm Joe. Don't know his actual name.
That was because of cancer, or?
I honestly don't know.
No, wait, that was Poison that was talking about cancer survival.
No idea. I was pretty cut. You were the sober one.
It's true. How long was he one-armed? Has he been that way for quite some time?
It's been a while, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, if it doesn't stop him, that's fine.
As long as I've known the band. No, it was just interesting to watch because, back in the day when we used to jam with Lee, Lee broke his arm at one point.
Yeah.
And so, he took his snare drum and laid it down and set up a kick pedal for it so that he could play the snare with his left foot or his right foot or whichever foot because Lee drums left-handed, so it's all buggered. Mm-hmm. But that's essentially what the Def Leppard drummer has going on. It's mostly all cymbals with his right hand and the hi-hat and stuff. And then everything else is just they showed his feet and he's just got so many pedals.
Yeah.
And I thought he had one of those rocking horse pedals where it's you can when you push on it forwards, it hits a drum, and then when you push on it backwards, it hits a different drum.
Those would be fun.
Oh, such an itchy nose. Why? But yeah, they like showed his feet, and it's just like, yeah, he's got like the bass kick pedal, and then tom pedals, and then the snare drum pedal, and it was very impressive. It was neat to watch.
Cool. I totally didn't notice.
I wouldn't expect you to. It's just something.
I didn't even notice he was one-armed until he came out for the standing ovation.
Yeah, exactly.
Or for the end of the show.
Yeah, unless you're looking for it, or if you're like close enough to notice. But I mean, listening to them, you wouldn't really guess, other than the fact that he doesn't do any like crazy huge fills or drum solos.
Yeah. Would it be rude to say I wasn't too impressed?
By?
When I thought he had 2 arms.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, he's a pretty good drummer.
He's on time. What else can you
I have
ask for?
nothing that I can say about drummers.
Yeah.
I like Slipknot's drummer. He was super intense.
Bunch of double kick, a lot of toms,
Tons of double
a lot
kicking.
of cymbal, just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would just like do a bunch of solos.
I appreciate a good drum solo. I appreciate a good drummer.
He's pretty sick.
I miss Lee.
He-
Lee was a good drummer.
You can, yeah, past tense. He's gone now.
Gone and passed away into his marriage. No, it's like his dad was a jazz drummer, right? So he grew up drumming and playing piano, getting all the fundamentals in.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was always studying and practicing and learning and developing. So it was really nice, like especially when you get into like different genres, just like how drumming in different genres is different instead of just like playing the same style of drums in different for, you know, depending on what we're playing. He was actually playing genre specific drum types.
Yeah.
Always impressive.
I haven't seen Lee play that much either.
But I used to see him play almost every day. Why is my nose itchy, Daniel?
Those were the days. Bachelor party. Mercer Hall was super good. Even though it was the loudest. I think it was Mercer. I think it was just called Mercer, actually.
The first place Reese took us to.
Yep.
That place was sweet.
That place was pretty sweet. The
I didn't really
hall.
I didn't really wander around in there all that much.
Yeah.
But
Seemed pretty bumping.
some guy tried to make friends with me. That's what happens when you wear a suit everywhere you go. You're just like, oh, hey, man, you want to give me a job?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's exactly what happened. It's like, hey, man, what are you doing out here tonight? I was like, oh, just, drinking. Buddy's getting married. Oh, cool, man. So what do you do? It's like, I work at a place. I manage a place on the other side of town.
Say I'm partner at a firm.
It doesn't matter what I say. I could say that I'm out of a job, and they'll still just be like, "Oh man, you should hook me up. You dressed in a suit. You must do something."
You must be doing. No one can afford a suit. Just rich people.
Yeah, people who hire people apparently. I don't know. I was just like, "Yeah, all right, buddy. I'll see you back inside." It's like, thank God he didn't come and find me inside.
Yeah. Oh hey, but I went and printed off my resume in the back.
Yeah.
Silly stuff. If you're looking for work, I don't feel like it'd be that hard.
No. Well,
I haven't looked for a new job in a while, but
if you're going about it the right way, I mean, if you have like days off to go places and shake hands, hand out resumes, if you go to the places you're like, if you're interested in specific things, it wouldn't be all that hard, but you just have to have a little bit of time set aside for that.
yeah, I would say it really depends. Because there, even as an example, I guess, remember the story that I told you about the Adiyogi sitting at the top of the mountain with his disciples? I would equate looking for a job to the point where his disciples were waiting the 80 years, and after that, they were ready for it. So if you're ready for a job, if you clearly demonstrate the willingness to actually dive into this job and take it on, show an interest and be good with other people who are looking for workers are going to be like, there's no way I can pass up on this guy. He's clearly ready for basic work or this type of management. It's like you can't be denied that kind of stuff if you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you show a willingness and eagerness to learn and
Yeah.
and work, right?
And just invest yourself in it. just like dive in. Don't be reluctant.
That's one thing that bothers me a lot about the modern workforce from where I've seen it recently anyways. It's just people like, yeah, no, I just need some money in my pocket. I'm going to come and sit and do a half-ass job, and that's the best that there is. It's depressing. Where's our spirit, Daniel, as a species?
It's an odd relationship with work. I feel like people, well, I'm pretty sure people can suffer whatever they don't want to do, right? And if you convince yourself that you don't want to do something, it makes it all the worse.
Yes.
If you, even though it seems like, yeah, just being able to orient yourself in a way that you can drink the company Kool-Aid is controversial and almost like sell it. Almost feels like selling out as far as people explain it, I guess.
It's all about attitude. It's all about your mindset and the type of energy you bring. I mean, yeah, it's like you said, if you're not committed or you don't have the right energy or mindset, it's not going to be the same as somebody who comes in just like, yes, man. Eager to work, eager to learn, eager to be a part of this.
Yeah, exactly.
Bigger something that's bigger than themselves.
I have so many people at work who are just, they're decent workers. They do have a good work ethic, but they don't really jump into the culture at all. And it's not easy when the culture is like, let's do these chants or let's be buddy.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah, some people are not entirely comfortable jumping into that.
Yep. It's a process. You got to learn to know better first.
It's not that bad. It's,
No, it's just...
It definitely makes for an enjoyable experience. And I mean, we as humans enjoy so many pointless activities, but they're awesome because we dive into it.
Yeah.
What do you think? 3.2 billion people were watching the World Cup final. It's like it's a ball going into a net. 22 people playing with a ball kicking into a net. Like, does it actually matter? No, if you think about it, it's pointless. But the fact that you're just diving in and fully invested, that's what makes it. It could literally be anything. It could be any sport, any activity.
Yep.
You dive in, it could be the greatest thing in the fucking world. Then your bosses will be blown away by your attitude because you know how to work with yourself.
Yep, and that's just the problem is that there's so many people that they're not taught that kind of life skill. Just that North American depressed, everything matters, gets on my nerves sort of culture. And so it's like, oh, yeah, we see work as this big drag. So it definitely makes for a kind of a detrimental workforce in places. I mean, there's people who know better or have learned better or have been taught better.
Yeah.
But you still see a lot of that, like a lot of the newer staff where I work, right? It's just like no commitment, no energy, no positive vibe.
Yeah.
And they come in and they bring all that crap down on everybody else. And it's just like, just listen or give your head a shake. Just be positive. Don't bring.
Right, I'm the same way with movies. I'm the same way with movies and music.
Yeah. You're just ignorant when it comes to movies and music.
Yeah, I think it's a not caring.
Ignorance.
It's bliss?
Is it?
Nah.
That'll do it for us today.
This has been the Choice by Choice podcast.
Tweet at us, y'all, or Instagram follow me, or not Daniel, I guess, but...
Follow Sadhguru.
That's what, yeah.
Continue to follow Sadhguru.
I've been Shay. Tweet at me at _Mr. Wolf, no period.
And I am Dan at Dan442-80594.
This has been another early morning podcast brought to you by Coffee Burps.
Not enough coffee. Next week, though.
Next
we'll get
week,
the cards out.
We'll do the cards. We'll do speed round questions. Throw up some other videos on the channel before you take off.
Wow.
Wow.
Amazing.
All right, I'm going to bed for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Time is sneaking away from me. This has been Shay Dog.
Choice by Choice in the Morning is brought to you by Bile Lungs. You ever wanted to have bile in your lungs? Me neither.